Hello there! What is going on, everybody? Today, I felt like, well, I say today, I've already live streamed once today, but I've been putting miniatures together and doing all kinds of other things, and I figured, I had the day off also, so I was going to use some of this time to sit down and kind of go over this, this amazing scene from the trailer, and let's just talk about this amazing scene that has every ship ever in it, and in hopes that this ends up not being one of those scenes that's going to be omitted from the final movie, which I think would be an absolute travesty. But yeah, I just figured I'd come to talk with you guys. We can kind of go over some things, like say, what ship is this? What ship is this? Because there's so many great things. So it's just we've got a high res kind of version of this breakdown. I talked about this the other day, thinking that maybe it was a flashback or something like that. And some people pointed out clearly, well, it couldn't be a flashback to Endor because, well, you've got a Resistance bomber right here, and so yeah, it's definitely not a flashback to Endor, but this VCX, clearly it's got to be the Ghost, right? That's certainly certainly got to be the Ghost, which begs all kinds of questions. Is Jason Syndulla flying the Ghost? Is Hera on board? Are they flying together? Are any of the other Ghost crew here on board with it? Will they even be in the movie, or is it just going to be kind of like in Rogue One, how it's just anecdotally there? My guess is it'll be anecdotally there. My guess is that most of these ships will be anecdotally there. To the Ghost's side here is the Shadowcaster, which, if you've seen from Rebels, is Ketsu Onyo's ship. Down in between those two, we've got what looks to be a Dornian gunship. To me, that looks like a Dornian gunship. And be sure and just let's get this chat going. But between them both, in the background, there's this ship right here. Now, I'm not sure which ship this is in particular. From the front angle, this one might be a new ship, or it might be something that I'm simply overlooking. But whatever it is, there are multiples of them, because there's another one behind this Dornian gunship right there. So you can see it right there. So here and there. All right. So that is pretty cool. I'm kind of digging that. Yeah, no, for all you Armada players out there, this is like absolute joy. And then this big one up here at the top. This, that we're seeing this outline right here. It's kind of covered up. A lot of the top of it's covered up. I'll be honest, I'm not sure if that's a Separatist ship or an Assault Frigate Mark II. Because there's a couple of things that look like they're canon or on-screen versions of the Assault Frigate. A Skirg Bomber, so somebody points out a Skirg Bomber. It's not this one here, but there could definitely be Skirg Bombers. We've got this ship right here with this yellow light. And this one, I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. Whoa! All right, I'm going to zoom in. Well, I zoomed in all the way to the side. Hold on. Let's go over a little bit more. All right. So this ship right here with the yellow light, there are a lot of these. And this one, I'm not sure exactly what this one is, but it's there's a couple of those, because look, we've got another one right over here. So whatever that, and then there's another one right here. So whatever it is, there's a lot of these. So this is probably some planet's defense force. Could be Chiss. They look like they're probably small ships, or small or medium. Now the DP-20, there's a lot of DP-20s here too. By the way, very, very, very cool. And some people have been talking about the Colossus. I'm not seeing the Colossus here unless it's like right here behind this Nebulon. Because you see the Nebulon right here. There is a shape of something that could be the Colossus behind it, right there. But that would be, a tough one. Another DP-20 right here. We're just kind of go over every inch of this, and then we've got these ships back here. And I want to talk about these a little bit, because you see, these are not in the forefront. These are very almost Star Destroyer shaped. And there was a couple of them. But with that particular profile, I'm thinking, no, that doesn't. That's probably not a. Could it be a Venator? Like it's possible, but I don't think so. I don't think it's a Venator. Yeah. So some of you in chat are saying Pelta, and I'm agreeing. It reminds me of a Pelta, but it doesn't have that front. It looks like it's inspired by the Pelta, but maybe it's like a Pelta Mark II or something like that. So we got a couple of those. We've got another Mon Calamari design ship. So one of the things I also want to focus on is this right here. This ship in the bottom center. Now this one, at first glance, I was thinking, well, that's clearly an MC-75, but it's not, because this side, this armored piece that's overlapping the top of it is much too big. Much too big. And so it's more, and it also has like fins protruding out the side. So this is a new Mon Calamari ship. This is a new type of Mon Calamari ship. Obviously an evolution of the MC-75. That's my guess, because we have an actual MC-75. I think it's smaller than the MC-75. It could be a MC-76, maybe MC-74, because I want to scroll up, and we're going to jump over to the left-hand side of this giant graphic right here. Now there is an MC-75. You can see it's much, much bigger. Doesn't have the extra bulk on the back. Doesn't have wings protruding up. But then right near it, I think there's another MC. Oh, that smaller MC. And there we have another one of these other ships, like I think that we were seeing right behind this ship. Oh, by the way, right center screen. There's so much to talk about. That's why I just had to do a live stream, because I was like gonna try and sit there and just come up with notes of how to talk about this, and I'm like all the other. Okay. So we're getting an Inca bunker buster right here with the yellow. Okay. Now we're getting YT-2400. This is maybe Iron Squadron, my guess. Could be like, maybe we're lucky and we're actually going to get like a Dash Rendar like name drop. Maybe it's the Outrider. I don't know. But then behind this one, to the bottom here, we have that ship that was kind of front and center. The one that kind of it has the top that looks like the Assault Frigate Mark II. But the front doesn't exactly look like the Assault Frigate Mark II, so maybe it's a new type of Assault Frigate. Kind of like that we're seeing right here. Zoom out a little bit more. Right there. Right? So maybe it's an Assault Frigate Mark III or something like that. There's something behind that you can't, like a lot of, like this silhouette and shape right here is kind of masking a lot of what's behind it. And there's also this ship with the like hexagonal, like two hexagonal pieces. I think this is the ship that we saw in the outline, and that we kind of got its silhouette in the last teaser trailer. So yeah, that one is pretty cool. But yeah, so we've got, this one's clearly a Pelta right here. We've got the blurry Millennium Falcon coming down to be right in front of it. But yeah, this is definitely an MC-75. We've got another similar, where it's like flat on top and then like rounded on the bottom right back here. And that one is probably something else, because it looks like it's got two circular engines, unless of course those are attached to something else. It's difficult to make out where all of the foreground and the background is. Looks like we've got a Brahatok or a Dornian gunship right here. Right here we've got maybe another MC-75. Right there we're seeing that armor wrap going around it. It looks like it's more farther in the background. We've got this one right here. I think this is a Nebulon C. I think this is a Nebulon C, or whatever, for something from we saw in Last Jedi, which is very, very exciting. So I am just kind of blown away by how much there is to get right here. There's just so much stuff, so much stuff. All right, so let's scroll around a little bit more. We've got something right here. Now this one is harder to see what it's connected to. It's obviously not part of this MC-75, but it does have kind of like that long, elongated hammerhead front. And the thing is, one of the things you have to assume here is that all of the ships are flying toward the camera. So that's, this one is kind of oddly put together. Obviously we have a hammerhead Corvette front and center, beautiful looking, nice blue paint job on that one. We have this one that I had thought might have been the Azatuk, but now I look at this one and I'm like, I don't think that front of that looks like the Azatuk. This one now does look a little bit more like the same class of ship from The Mandalorian. So, yeah. Let me know in chat, what you guys think about this one. But it's looking nice, and we see a couple of ships with this kind of design. Yeah, there's too many points on the board here. This scene has gaming written all over it, though. All types of gaming, not just tabletop gaming, which I cover in detail, but video gaming. Like, I swear, I don't want Battlefront 2 to just add some new ships and make a new mode. Like, I want a dedicated game based around the space battle that's going to have to ensue once we see this thing. Like, absolutely insane. So now we're going to go down. We have a couple of other ships below. Like, they're really, really blurry right here. So I'm going to zoom down. Let's below that right here. Okay. So below this beautiful thing. And that could, maybe that's just a Wookiee in there. But, yes, let's see this thing right here. Very Star Destroyer shaped in the background. Could be Venator. Could be Venator. I would love to see some Venators. And then something else pretty big in the background over here. Probably might be the same class of ship as whatever's back there. But yes, I mean, we're seeing a lot of... Yeah, Liberty, maybe. I'm going to go up to the top right because I think there's a Liberty over that way. We're seeing a U-Wing right here. Definitely a U-Wing. A lot of background ships, a lot of little blips, too. And there's so many little blips. Like, here's a blip that's kind of big. And it looks like it's got two wings that are coming up. This one looks almost like a B-Wing, but with a very heavy modified interior. Kind of like the Resistance Transport in a way, but it clearly has S-foils that are going up and down right there, which is interesting. We've got another Dornian gunship right here. Another, like, maybe Nebulon C right here going up and down. So I'm seeing in the chat from Lord Cola, you think these are Peltas back here? I think they're so far in the background they would be a lot smaller if they were Peltas. That's what I'm thinking, but yeah. Oh, don't worry if you missed the start. I'm going to go back through everything again because the thing is there's so many passes to make. And this is just a really good high-res version of this photo. I actually shared this one out on my Twitter. So if you guys don't follow me on Twitter, I'm at Crabbok. It's there as well. So like I'm in the bottom right of this picture right now. Now, here's a ship right here. Now, this one, I forget the name of it, but this one was in Clone Wars. It was a Separatist ship. It was also used by the Mining Guild in Star Wars Rebels, accompanying the Mining Guild ties. And so, like, it's just kind of cool seeing stuff like that. This one kind of has the look of one of those MC, the Mon Calamari ships, except it's got like a wing going down and then a wing going left and a wing going right. So this ship right here that I'm circling, it looks to me like maybe it's a far-off version of this ship here. So what I'm thinking is maybe we're seeing capital ships with S-foils that move. Or maybe it's not even an S-foil, but because like these wings right here on this one, they are attached to some type of rotation, a cylindrical device. So my thing is, yeah, the wings are going to move. The wings are going to go down into attack position, or maybe up into attack position, maybe down here because maybe this guy. But that is a really cool thing that we're kind of seeing. A Mon Calamari with capital ship with S-foils, freaking amazing. Some more of those, maybe a Pelta inspired design here. Pelta. We're getting a lot of these round ships too. So let's go up. Let's see if we can find any more of these round ships. Here's another round looking ship. I feel like this might be some type of MC-30 round ship right here. I'm thinking MC-30 possibly. They certainly would look round from the front. It's, again, we're only seeing a frontal view in this shot, so it's really hard to make everything out. And there have been plenty of ships that could kind of fit that same profile if we are looking, from the front. There are Separatist ships that might look like that as well. Going up a little bit more, we've got something right here, a big kind of barge. I think there's another little kind of hammerhead-looking ship. This might be another hammerhead right here. I don't think it's attached to this barge ship behind it. That is just, that one I'm just not sure. It may be similar to, it could be freighters and stuff. And there's just so much here. There's so much here. It's really impressive. I talked some more about these ships that have the yellow lights in the middle. We're seeing 3 of them right here. They're kind of flying close together. They're no idea what those are exactly. But so somebody's saying they're not. These were from Last Jedi. You think so? It's one of those. It could be. I mean, again, from the front, it's harder to say for sure. But boy, I tell you what, pre-order the visual dictionary for Episode 9 now, because it's probably going to be 5 times as thick as all the other ones with all the ships they're going to have to outline. This one right here, this is a background. I'm going to outline it. Background ship, the blurriest one here. This one looks like it could be the home one. Looks, again, we only have a frontal view, but look, it's bigger than this MC-75 over here. And again, oh, by the way, this is not just a regular MC-75 either. Look at the bottom. It fishtails out. Now, granted, it might still be an MC-75, but that fishtail out at the bottom, is a different design. Now, one of the things about Mon Calamari ships is, I guess they're all built differently. So there's not an absolutely, they're not absolutely, uniform, and that they're all slightly different. So it could still be another MC-75 that has just a minor difference. So that is certainly something there. But yes. And up here, sideways, looks like we're getting a second. This one looks to me, it's a little blurry. This one right here looks to me like another YT-2400. So it could be something else, though. It could be another YT freighter, at least. It might not be a 2400, but it looks to me like it could very well be another YT-2400, because we already saw one on the left-hand side of the shot. So that one's possible. But I think this one here is Home 1. Home 1's supposed to be in it. Yeah. But MC-75, you're in this image? Yeah, I think you're definitely in this image. So here's one I've got for you guys. I'm going to submit this one to the audience. This right here. This is one ship that I haven't seen a duplicate of, and it's kind of close, but it's kind of blurry. At first, I was thinking A-wing, but the closer I look, the more I look at it, I'm like, no, it's definitely not an A-wing. It looks like it's got guns on the sides, and it doesn't seem to have a pronounced front. It should have come to a little bit more of a point in the middle, and this one has more of a pronounced sections on the sides. So, yeah, this is one that I'm not sure what this one is right here. Probably some kind of new fighter, but yeah, that one looks kind of interesting. Is Ketsu Onyo still alive? And how long do Twi'leks live? I don't know, and I don't know. Twi'leks can live as long as the plot requires them to live. I mean, honestly, if Luke Skywalker's alive, Hera wasn't that much older than Luke, so she could easily still be alive here. She could just be old. All right, another DP-20. Now this one right here, I believe this is a Separatist ship, but I am rusty on all of my specific classes of Separatist ships. But you've got those little droid eyes on the front of it. That's one I'm going to have to look up. But there's a couple of these, and that's exciting if it is indeed, Separatist ships. There should be a lot of, Clone Wars leftovers in here. Plus, I mean, we're seeing Y-wings in the trailer as well. So, and we already knew there were going to be like a lot of those. But very, very, very cool. I mean, there's just so much here. It's got me really excited. And we're gonna have to go over all of this multiple times too. So if you're just joining us, we're going over all of this again. Again, Resistance transport, only one. So and it's kind of cool because there probably weren't very many left. We know that they lost their fleet in Episode 8, but there was probably a couple more somewhere else, right? So yeah, I'm not sure what this one is. You think this one is also the Vekabor class cargo frigate? Might be. All right, let's see. Let's go down. All right, another one of those yellow light ships. And then there's another one over there. So there's a lot of these. This is a significant ally. Whoever they are, there's a lot of these ships. I hope they show us a closer view of them. I really am hoping that this yellow light ship ends up not being kind of like one of those Dornian gunships that's in the background everywhere but never gets explained. This one right here, I think this one's pretty center screen. This one's anything that's gonna like centrally focus that's probably important. This one may be the. You think the yellow light ships might be on it? No, they're much too small for that. I think they're way too small. An Onager is the size of an Imperial Star Destroyer, so that would have to be as big as, like, this guy right here. You know, ish. Alright, let's go. Yeah, there's a lot of those yellow light ships. But anyway, I was looking at this big ship here. This one is, I think this one is Han's ship from episode 7. That's what I'm thinking. And it'd be really fun in a couple months to come back to this and be like, oh, look how wrong, you know, I was about all of this stuff. Yeah, we got a lot of, oh, well, here it is right here. Here's a close-up look at it. Yellow light ship, right? This is it. It looks like it's a little bigger than the Shadowcaster. It's probably about Millennium Falcon sized. I'm assuming this is the same as those other ones. This might be Zori Bliss's ship, even. That's my guess. Zori Bliss's Poe's friend. That's my guess. I want to go down to right in here. We're going to look in between. You see, we've got two like wings that are off-centered, almost like kind of like X-wing kind of S-foils being kind of opening up. I wonder if this is not something new that has S-foils that are opening out or spreading out. You know, you guys are thinking this is the Bunker Buster? It could be the Ninka one, but isn't that this one here? Because this one is the Bunker Buster, and that doesn't have that bright yellow light. It does have a bridge that's yellow, but I think this one is the Ninka, or well, Ninka was the name of the ship, but I think this one is the Bunker Buster. And I think going up, I think this one is a totally different ship. That's what I think. The yellow one, you think is a Jedi crew? All right, well, man, it's just I love like having this type of problems. So I'm already sold on this movie. You know, regardless of if it ends up being disappointing or not. Like just having a scene with all this in it is going to really, really be so fulfilling. You know, I can't wait. I'm just hoping we don't see this and then all of a sudden there's like, you know, oh, well, I'll just push the kill switch and, you know, and then everything dies and, you know, we don't get to actually see this stuff shoot. Like, I want this to be a significant space battle. I want this to be at least 20 minutes of the movie. And I want there to be extended footage on the Blu-ray, and so this way I can go pause it and freeze frame and do all of that. I want all of that. I know people are worried about the story. You know, I'm gonna focus on the good. I'm gonna focus on the things that I like, and then feel free to nitpick on things that are problems with the story, but separately, because I don't want the problems I have with this movie to take away from the really cool things. You know, I think you can appreciate them both separately without having one ruin the other for you. All right, so we've got another yellow ship. All right, we're gonna go through everything else. A lot of little ships here that you really can't make out. Like this one here, we're seeing like a common ship design with a lot of hammerheads, by the way, in the background. I'm assuming, yeah, I zoomed out. Let me zoom back in. And then I gotta go over back to this side. Okay, a lot of hammerheads, and I'm assuming this, and all of these hammerheads, or most of these are hammerheads. Yeah, so very cool with the amount of hammerheads that are here. Very impressed by that. And boy, there's a lot of DP-20s, which is really, really cool too. Cool to see DP-20s. There's, let's see, I'm going to zoom out. How many DP-20s are we seeing? We're seeing one easily right there. Another one right here. So 2 DP-20 counter. We're at 2. Did I miss one? I thought there was at least one more. Oh yeah, right there, right in the center. So at least 3. Probably some more hidden. Probably some more hidden in the background. And a lot of these ships look like they have the Rebellion logo on them. Like zooming in to some of these. Let's see if I can find it. Right here. Yeah. Now this just could be lighting as part of like wings for a ship or something like that. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think that this is the Rebellion logo? And for anybody who's just joining, this is like a single screen grab from the latest trailer. It just shows a whole bunch of ships, and there's so much in just this one scene. It's got a lot of people kind of thinking, well, what is all this stuff? How many ships are here? You know, like we've got a YT-2400 there. We've got looks like assault frigates. We've got, what is this thing? Right? I think we're only seeing a part of this ship. But what in the world is this thing? You know, some kind of junk freighter. So it's big, whatever it is. Like, I can't even see all of that ship. You know, it's such a great problem to have. Like, and then what is this thing behind? Oh, that's another one of those. But yeah, but like a scene right here, you're seeing so many different ships overlapping. It's hard to tell where one stops and one begins. Very, very exciting. I'm not going to go for too much longer, but if you guys want the full image, you can check out my Twitter. It's on there. I'll probably post this on Crabbok.com also, because it's just amazing. There's so much here. So much here. I just love it. But yeah, very, very exciting. Lots and lots of ships here. And a lot of ships probably still yet to be named and still yet to be discovered. We'll let you guys go. This has been fun. There's going to be so much more. And when the new TV spots come out, there's probably going to be like an extra second or two of footage in here, and we'll be able to maybe see some of this from a different angle at some point. It's just really exciting. I can't wait to, see this movie and, just analyze it over and over again. How many times are you going to have to see this movie just to watch the scene with all of this stuff in there? I think it's pretty cool. I think it's cool. Oh, we got a super chat from StarMex. Thank you so much. Appreciate you supporting the channel right there. StarMex is saying the MC-75 seems off on the left and the bridge stock seems further up in the nose. Are you going to look into those ISD destructors? I don't know what the... is that what they're calling? Is that what they're calling the new ISD ones with that ventral cannon? Are they calling ISD destructors? Well, I have talked about those in my breakdown video. That ventral cannon looks awesome. And yeah, it definitely looks cool. And you're right, this one does have this upper section that appears to be modified. But then again, they do change all of the ships. They're all slightly different. Like the one in the top left up here has like some bulbs on it. Maybe this is some type of interdictor. Maybe it's making gravwells, and maybe it's an interdictor version of a Mon Calamari ship. That would be something pretty cool, wouldn't it? But there's an awful lot of amazing stuff to see right here. This is just absolutely absolutely spectacular. I am pretty blown away. Yes, one of the things that we do not see here are Starhawks. And so I'm a little surprised by that. Granted, they may have, deliberately shown the section that, the part of this battle that doesn't have them. They could totally be there just off screen. And this could be a shot where the camera pans around to show you a fleet 10 times bigger. I would guess it's probably not 10 times bigger. There's probably at least a little more that they're not showing us here. Starhawks could be in the background behind some of the other ships. Plus, if it's for the trailer, considering this is all CGI, they could have definitely omitted certain ships. They certainly did that with Avengers Endgame, where they had everybody walking and they can't they like just deliberately didn't include certain people that were walking there in the shot. So yeah, there is a lot of stuff to see here. I just wanted to kind of get the conversation started just about this. Well, keep the conversation going, I suppose. This is just a beautiful, beautiful scene. I am really, really impressed with it. It looks amazing. And I will be waiting to see The Mandalorian soon. I'll be waiting for this thing. Got tickets already. One of the things I'm going to do once this movie comes out, too, is like that night I'll have to record a non-spoilery review and then a spoilery review, and we'll probably do a live chat to talk about the movie after it comes out. I might give it like a day or two, maybe that Sunday, maybe Saturday or Sunday after it comes out. We'll sit down and do a live chat for everybody to talk about the film. We'll probably want to see it twice beforehand. And what is this up in the top left corner? This is a cool looking ship, right? I love this. It's kind of got a Corellian designed bridge, and then it's got like a little gun tube, like that where you can have like a little gunner on the bottom spinning around. It's freaking awesome. There's every ship you could think of is here, except for the Starhawk, right? Almost every ship. It's just wonderful. So this makes me want to play Armada, but again, this would be like 100,000 points. It'd be way too much. Way too much to fit on screen. It's beautiful though, and I love it. Can't wait to see more. Alright guys, that's all I've got for you today. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and as always, have a great day.